Before you go ahead, Ridwan, let me say a good morning and a happy super enormous birthday to Nana JC Kappa. Nana AJC Kappa.
Okay.
He's an elder of the Church of Pentecost, a PIWC Graceland. And he's also a worker at Cocobot. So good morning, Elder Nana AJC Kappa.
Okay, so also a big happy birthday to Maureen Kafu Igbena. This is from your sister Karen. Happy birthday, Karen, is from our front desk. Yeah.
And Ibrahim Mohammed Awal of Rose Sharon Montessori School, Tema Community 12, Class 6, Sapphire. Rose Sharon Montessori School, Tema Community 12, Class 6, Sapphire. You are 12 today. May Allah guide and protect you always. We love you from Mom and Dad. All right, so we are going into the Sports Center. Ridwan has all the details, and Sports Center is brought to you by MTN 4G Plus for the fastest connectivity and highest internet speed. Choose MTN TurboNet. Standard Chartered Bank here for good multi-TV, just thrills. Now wake up to a good morning because there's so much to look forward to only on MTN. Your mornings are brighter because we're giving you 400 megabytes and 30 minutes of free on-net calls at just one Ghana city from 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. Just imagine all the amazing things you can do online and all those long gists you can have with your friends and family every morning. My guy, just dial *138# and you're sorted. MTN Kokoko. We day for you everywhere you go. Now we believe in you and in the power of your dreams, in the fire in your soul and the sheer force of your will. You have what it takes to make great things happen, and nothing should stop you from living your best life, least of all your banking. With SC Mobile from Standard Chartered, you can conduct all your banking from wherever you are, as well as enjoy all the amazing perks that come with this exciting new app. We can't wait to share this new experience with you. Download SC Mobile from the App Store or Play Store, and let's show you what real convenience is. Standard Chartered, here for good.
And coming up in the Joy Sports Center this morning, Daniel.
This is a Stamford Bridge goodbye for Eden Hazard. And if it is, it could be to send them to a major European final. He looks cool and focused. It's Hazard. It's Chelsea in the Europa League final. All roads lead to Baku. It will be Arsenal-Chelsea at the end of the month, and the Premier League have all four representatives in both European finals for the first time in European history. Chelsea win the shootout, and Maurizio Sarri's hopes of a first trophy are still well and truly alive.
You know, so what a season it's been for England. They've got two finalists in the Champions League, and then in the Europa Cup also, they've got two teams. It's a London derby, and already Isaac MTN is talking about Arsenal winning, this title to play in the Champions League for next season because they missed out, in the top four of the Premier League season.
It really shows you what quality lies in the Premiership, doesn't it?
Absolutely. It talks and it nourishes the argument for them. This is what will give them the bragging right to say, we told you that the English Premier League is the best.
And the belle of the ball for me, Ridwan, is Tottenham Hotspur. I mean, I'm a Liverpool fan, but I think Tottenham Hotspur has done so well. Looking at the fact that they haven't made a lot of big buys, they have really
nobody
kept
came
it tight.
in and nobody went out.
Exactly, they've kept
until
it tight.
they sold. I think they sold Dembele to China.
Yes.
And that was the only transfer they did.
Exactly, but
before.
they've done very, very well.
Absolutely, and it will be cracking finals to look forward to. But the point is that people are asking, has any country ever produced four finalists in Europe's inter-clubs competitions?
I haven't heard of.
The last time there was something like that was close. We had Italy. Italy managed to produce three finalists.
Oh, okay.
And that's when we had the Champions League. It was then known as the European Cup, and we also had the UEFA Cup, and then the Cup Winners' Cup. So they had three finals, and all the trophies, went to Italy. That was back in, I think, 1990 or so, where they had an extra time win. That was the Cup Winners' Cup. Sampdoria won. I remember that was a huge one. They over Anderlecht. Then Juventus also came in, and they won the UEFA Cup, beating Fiorentina by 3-1 on aggregate, and then AC Milan, beat Benfica to win, the title. So that was huge back then. But then to have four in the finals, the bragging rights will go to England. So
Of
we've
course.
got more to come your way with respect to what happened last night in the Champions League. But first, it's big this weekend. Boxing is going to be on the top board once again because Isaac Dugbe will be hoping to reclaim the WBO Super Bantamweight title from Mexican Emmanuel Navarrete tomorrow. That's on Saturday in Tucson, Arizona. Now, this is a rematch of the December 2017 fight where Navarrete landed a lot of hard punches, sword Dugbe's face, and scored an upset unanimous decision to take the title at Hulu Theatre at Madison Square Garden. But along the line, a lot, have changed. A lot of things, have changed for the Royal Storm Isaac Dugbe. The new challenger has been speaking to Joy Sports' Nathaniel Attor from his base in Tucson.
Welcome to our continuous coverage of Isaac Dugbe versus Emmanuel Navarrete Part 2 here in Tucson, Arizona. Oh, there we go. That's the Royal Storm, Isaac Dugbe. A few days to go for the big bout there. And of course, let's see how everything is going. Hey, my man. How you doing, my brother?
I'm doing great.
Great.
Neho.
Yeah, how's it been? How's it been in the last few days?
It's been great. Tucson is a very beautiful place, Arizona. We're coming back to light up the place. So right now I'm just calm, just relaxed, just taking over the days and looking forward to Saturday, May 11th.
Okay. All right, my brother. I'll see you later. So that's it. He says Neho as always, and this is Joy Sports and Joy News' continuous coverage of the bout between Isaac the Royal Storm Dugbe and Emmanuel Navarrete.
Don't forget that we've got a video. You can get that one on our pages and also on television, on the sports shows we have there. You hear Nathaniel Attor and you get to see Nathaniel Attor talk to Isaac Dugbe and more. So the Dugbe fight is the co-feature for the Twice as Nine show, which has another rematch between Miguel Belchet and Francisco Veldas. That's in the WBC Super Featherweight title. Now, Belchet would look to repeat the throws of their January 2017 match, which he won via an 11th round knockout. Joy Sports Nathaniel Attor, that's editor Nathaniel Attor is there, courtesy the Sports Ministry, and all the details will be, here. Also tomorrow on the Joy Sports link will be big discussion on what has happened and what happened on the night in Tucson, Arizona. Now, tonight also at 7 p.m., we have the second edition of the Joy Sports AFCON podcast with Gary Al Smith. Now, ahead of that, though, there's confirmation that 2014 World Cup rebel Sule Muntari is begging to be named in Ghana's squad for this June's tournament in Egypt. Muntari was thrown out of the team in Brazil after beating up a then management committee member Moses Sama, who owns and bankrolls the Ghana Premier League side Mediama. Chairman of the Normalization Committee, Dr. Kofi Amia, confirmed Muntari's desire to play for the Black Stars again on the Metro TV's Good Evening Ghana show.
I got a phone call from Sule Muntari, and the passion with which Sule was talking, Doc, you know my passion for Ghana. I want to come and play for Ghana. Even if the coach will play me only 15 minutes, I think I can do something,
For AFCON?
Yeah, for AFCON.
Wow.
And now I got goose pimples, I mean, here's a guy who has been playing for Black Stars. He's always, giving his all. Now he didn't have a club. He has a club now. He has not been getting a lot of playing time, So the coach has a problem as he knows that this guy can deliver, but he must be fit. So it's a decision you let the coach make.
But are you going to recommend to the coach that?
I've told him that.
I got a call from Sule
I've told him.
and I think that he wants to play.
Yes.
You told Kwesi Appiah?
I've told him that. I told him that I think Kevin Prince Boateng is a good guy. That You
think Kevin should come in?
That's my thought, but it's the coach's decision.
But you've told him. But that's putting pressure on the coach.
No. That's not putting pressure. That is giving an extra dimension of the decision making. That other people who are watching the game also see some things.
So it's a coach's decision. And you will not be disappointed if he closes the door to Sule. Sule and to Kevin.
And Sule himself would understand.
He would?
Yes.
You seem to have a nice...
So the tail end of the interview puts everything in context. He says he will not be disappointed if the coach refuses to call up Sule Muntari. But how has Muntari fared the last 5 years? Joy Sports AFCON podcast host Gary Al Smith has the lowdown.
Since July 2014, when Muntari was indefinitely suspended from the Black Stars, a lot has gone under the bridge. Importantly, he has had a playing career, but not much. What is even more curious is that he has had a nightmare at club level. Now, Sule has played just 37 games in about 5 years. That's an average of about 7.4 games every year. And in that time, how many goals has he scored? 3. Yep, 3 goals in 5 years. You can see the full infographic on myjoyonline.com or on Joy FM's Facebook page. We'll have a more nuanced discussion on this matter on the Joy AFCON podcast tonight from 7 to 8 p.m.
Still on AFCON-related news, and former Black Stars defender and a member of the Normalization Committee, Sammy Osei-Kuffour, whose last Nations Cup appearance was in 2002, believes the current select band of players, though not fancied, can cause a huge upset and thus winning a 5th continental title.
The whole Ghanaians, everybody is just looking forward for AFCON. But for me, the most important thing that we don't have a pressure. We go into the tournament with a free-minded. We are not the favorite. And if you count about 5 teams that are going to win the trophy, nobody will be mentioning Ghana. This is where we stand our chances. Because if you go to the tournament with a free-minded, you know that you are not going to bring the cup. So it could be a surprise. And football is full of surprise. Yeah. Nobody thought that Cameroon would win last 2 years.
Sammy Osei-Kuffour there. The discussion is on the Joy Sports AFCON tonight, 7 p.m. here on Joy 99.7 FM. Also still on AFCON-related news and EcoBank. They are telling fans that you can easily get an opportunity to be in Egypt to watch the tournament by using their EcoBank Visa cards. Now, Mr. Dan Sake is managing director of EcoBank Ghana and had to say at the media launch of the EcoBank and Visa AFCON sales promotion.
Yes, to reward a number of Ghanaians during the AFCON as you watch the Black Stars and other African countries play. There's nothing more interesting than doing something that you love and being paid for it. So to be rewarded whilst enjoying your soccer is something that we believe that all Ghanaians and especially our fans will be looking forward to.
You know, absolutely. Back home, it's match day 11 of the special competition this weekend and some amazing games to look forward to. Benedict Owusu has a wrap on what to expect.
Premier A leaders Mediama SC will be hoping to maintain their lead when they travel away to play against Bichim United at the Bichim Park. There is pressure on Asante Kotoko to return to winning ways as they travel to Obuasi to face Ashanti Gold. Now, very tricky test for the Porcupine Warriors, but Kusiki Akone and his boys will be hoping to make it count. Now, Bukum Chelsea have had their temporary ban from playing at the Golden City Park overturned and will host the Diana Stars in a game that they will be in desperate need for their 3 points. Now, in Premier B, Elmina Sharks will play host to Liberty Professionals at the Elmina Stadium, with Dwarfs also playing host to Hearts in Cape Coast. Dreams FC will be hoping to end their recent bad run of results when they host the Interiors at the Dawu Park, with Karela up against Wafa, who will be hoping to make it back-to-back wins after their win over Dreams FC in midweek.
You know, so in our footnotes, we've got the Black Queens there in action at the Wafu Zone B Cup of Nations in Abidjan. They play against Togo in their second group match. The first one they won by 2 goals, against Senegal. That game is at 6:30 p.m. And the Swagger Wars is on. That's tomorrow as well. Who wins Football of the Year and also Sports Personality of the Year? More, coming up on midday with the sports. Myself, I'll be telling you more about the Swagger Wars. And to Europe now, and Eden Hazard scored the winning penalty as Chelsea edged past Eintracht Frankfurt 4-3 on penalties to set up an all-English Europa League final against Arsenal. Manager Mauricio Sarri had this to say.
I think that we played a very good first half. Then in the first part of the second half, we went in trouble. We were passive in the defensive phase. And so we conceded the goal, 10 minutes of panic. Better in the last part of the match than in the extra time. I think that we was really tired after 60 matches.
So, Unai Emery, the Europa League expert, is with Arsenal now, and he managed to ensure that his side won by 7-3 on aggregate, thanks to Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang hat-trick for Arsenal, which saw them qualify now. Emery can make history by winning a record 4th Europa League crown.
We lost Sunday in the Premier League, the possibility to be in the top 4, but we know it's going to be difficult. We had two ways, and this possibility, after the Premier League lost, we took strong in our mind to prepare to the focus had to work hard for take this finale. And we can be proud of the players, of the work, of our supporters.
So you heard Unai Emery there. This Sunday on the EPL Club, we wrapping up the season. So can there be another surprise? We've seen surprises in midweek. Can we see that in the EPL as well? Manchester City, who are on top, they travel to Brighton Hove and Albion. And then we have Liverpool in contention for the title. They play at home at Anfield against Wolverhampton Wanderers. How would the season end? Can Liverpool win the Premier League title, or it will be back-to-back, for City? Can Liverpool win the title?
Say Liverpool beat Nafa. I pay to. Let me say I pay to. What was that question? I would you are no. So I say, who's Liverpool beat Nafa? I league. I pay to.
We rise early, way before the sunrise. We plan, we pray, we prep, just so we are a step ahead. We keep the conversations going to stay connected to family, friends, and business. They say, Agrobeswa Ifrianopa, start your day bright with MTN Kokroko. For only $1 Ghana cedi, you can enjoy 400 megabytes of data and 30 minutes of free MTN to MTN calls every day from 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. everywhere you go. Dial *138# to buy MTN Kokroko bundle now. We there for you everywhere you go.
This here is for the creative ones, the cool cats, the mavericks, the ones whose parents still don't know what they do, the ones who rock large froze and vintage clothes, those who describe everything they like as deep and create the beauty that takes our breath away. You should never stop creating to do your banking. That's why Standard Chartered brings you SC Mobile, a digital banking app that allows you to pay for that camera, get a statement for your Visa, set up your debit card, and so much more whilst in the studio. Simply download the SC Mobile app from the App or Play Store. Load money into your account and you're good to go. Just dial 3311 across all networks for free and be unstoppable. Standard Chartered, here for good. Terms and conditions apply.
Well, really, I mean, if we've won everything before, what's the big deal? Really, what's the big deal? We won football. I think we won basketball. There was a tug of war which we won. Our MD won something. What again you want? What you want me to tell you? What you want me to tell you? You're looking at beautiful people from the biggest bank in the world. What again you want? What again you want? We are the best.
This is definitely the highest height of bragging. So this year at the Joy Sports Invitational Tournament, what will be your bragging right? And what have you won before? What can you win? It's Saturday, May 20th.